Is it me to read the questions next, Leah? Or is it you? Oh, it's you. Because red flags, I just did it, yeah.
Okay. Does race or background matter to you?
I'm quite interested. This question and the next question, I'm very interested to hear what people have to say.
Nah.
What's wrong with culture?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, like what? Like culture and that.
Culture.
You have to have some culture. It doesn't matter what it is.
It doesn't matter to me like that much. Like, you get what I mean? It might matter to like, I guess like someone like my mum, for example. I know if I was to bring someone like that to my house, it'll take a while. But me personally, like, I see it as if they're cultured, cool. We got something to share for each other, innit? If they're not cultured, I've got someone to teach. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they might have questions, or more time, it be like, I'd say it's a lot more interesting to date someone with no culture than with culture. Because I'd really like to understand, like, bro, like, what goes on in your head. Do you get me? And if so, like, can I patch it? Can I, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you never know what things. Whereas you're dating someone cultured, you're taking on more culture, but then like it truly depends what kind of culture you're dating, innit? If I'm dating someone of like the Caribbean culture, like obviously I'm gonna, do you know what I mean? I've got bare stuff to like give in, get back.
Relate to.
Someone from like my Portuguese culture, like there's bare. I wouldn't say like, I would say it would rub off more for me than for them. Do you get me? Considering that I haven't been home yet. Do you get me? Like, it truly depends on the circumstances, isn't it? Or how you look at it. That's what I think.
Quick question. Has anyone like been interested or has dated someone outside of their race or culture before? And how was the experience with these people? Or I said you dated or liked someone outside of your background.
Oh yeah, I've liked someone outside my culture.
Yeah, and like how was it? Was it a bit of a culture shock for you? Or was it like, oh, it's any other person, doesn't really matter?
Yeah, I think it was more the latter. Like they were just somebody I liked. It was more of a personality. They didn't even take like where they came from into consideration. Where you did you date someone outside your culture. Is that what you said? You said yes to, innit?
Did you say me? Yeah, I have. Yeah, it was very nice. Oh. Very lovely.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I said JJ.
Oh, I was even pointing at my face.
Okay, Zainab, you go. You already started.
Yeah.
Yes, Zainab, you now.
Okay, thank you.
No, this is too funny. What?
It's so noisy. If you see me making faces like, it's because these people are like next door. He was half Filipino and half Colombian. And
get into it.
His mum was very sweet. I think because his mum, she was like, you know, the Filipino side. Because I'm okay, you know what? I'm just gonna speak later because this noise in the back too much.
Okay then. JJ.
Okay. Hear the noise though, but can you hear the noise?
No, we can't hear.
You're lying. You're lying.
Talk your shit, man.
Literally, it's you that's been screaming at your
it's actually just you.
Heard. But besides that, nothing.
You're lying.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, yeah, his mum was very sweet. I think because I have a lot of Filipino friends, it wasn't like a culture shock. Grew up with Filipino people as well. It wasn't really a culture shock. I think the Colombian side was like bloody hell, all right. Okay, nice. Never knew you did this before. Never knew this was a thing, but yeah. Race, to me, race matters. I think it's an ethnic minority, innit? I mean, because we all know the majority. We just don't really understand.
I wouldn't advise taking one of those. I wouldn't advise it.
I don't think I find it harder to relate.
Don't really have much culture.
Oh, Stephanie, we're leaving you to last because I want you to be honest here. You're saying a lot. All right.
I just
On
do it my
most
way.
part is like they're ignorant, but they don't know they're ignorant, so that they don't want to deal with it. It's like I didn't know that. It's not my problem because da da da. Yeah, I'm dating you, but that's your problem. But yeah, I don't think I would ever date ethnic majority. If you know
Majority, we love to see it. Get into it. That's a new one. mm.
What about you, JJ?
Yeah, like I've dated this girl, but at the time, like my mindset was different in it. So like, really, I was just dating to date. I wasn't really thinking about nothing like that. You know what I mean? Like more time, I guess, from the experience, it was a bit weird because I think at the time I was so comfortable, like just being around certain people. Do you get me? Like, so when I dated this girl from a completely different like social group, I was just like, bruh. Went to her crib. Her crib was different. Lifestyle was different. Like, bro, it was a peak where man were offering me bottles of water, not even tap water. I was like, bro, sure, expensive. I don't know what to do. Like, it was that thing. There was their mumsies driving me home. Fam, I've never had this before in my life, bro. That's wild to me.
Must be
Oh
nice.
my god, it's the bottled water culture shock for me. Oh. Yeah.
The way they vibe, the way they chill, it's all different compared to like on this side. Do you get me? And then when we broke up, I was really like, bro, that was mad. Fuck her though, she's a pagan, but yeah.
Ooh, well, weird.
Good to know.
Right.
Good to know.
Good to know. Okay, going back to the original question then, does it matter? I think it matters to me because I feel like I don't have a preference. Like I feel like I can get with any race. Like I really don't care. I understand maybe being scared to, dip your toes in the Caucasian society. I understand that. But but I don't care. Like I really, really, really don't care. It will be hard, especially if you're trying to make it like a long-term thing. I do feel like there'll be more struggles from people outside of your saying that, yeah, outside of your race. But I think it would also be cool as well because I'm thinking about like the wedding and stuff. Imagine just merging two cultures together. Do you know how lit that would be? Like, I just love that. I do want you to be cultured though, whatever it is, even if you're white. Please, if you tell me where bangers and mash come from, like tell me what St. Patrick's Day is, St. George Day is. Like tell me, like I want to learn, like have some knowledge. Of course, if your circumstances haven't allowed you to do that, maybe you're just not close to your family or you don't have any connections. That's understandable. Do you know what I mean? But if you know something, let me know. I want to learn. Like I want us to understand each other's backgrounds as well. But I don't race doesn't play a part at all to me. At all. Like at all. Do you think again another question before I let Aaliyah say what her preference is. Do you think being someone of color makes it harder for you to date someone outside of your race?
No,
for women, yes, color. Definitely.
Yeah.
Statistically as well, like it's harder for Black women to date outside their race because they are the least desirable.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Okay. On you, they just fetishize you and it's like, oh, don't do that.
Oh yeah. JJ, as a boy, what do you have to say?
I can't lie, really. Yeah, kind of said for me. I was literally just gonna say like it's a lot different for girls than it is for boys. I think for man, really, it's just a thing where it's like depending on who you are, love is love, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? There's no color or any sort of straightforward like answer to that shit. You get me? We'll just, if it's there, it's there. If you're Indian, blue, green, grey, don't care. As long as you outside, you know what I'm saying? We're cool. Yeah, we're content. But I think for like females, especially black females, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you lot have it a bit different. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how deep, but I know it's deep. I'm aware.
All the black men in their stereotypes, in a way, benefit them or makes them sensitizes them, but like obviously, you know, no, three something.
So nothing, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna lose it because I can't even hear you guys. Let me turn you up.
Oh, you can't hear us. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's so loud.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I turn on my tablet. I can just hear you guys. So what's it called? I think for the men, some of the stereotypes that other races have for black men is that, you know, the blah 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 is this
Big
that,
P.
or yeah, basically. They're strong, they'll protect you doing da da da. But when it comes to black women, it's like they're overly aggressive, they'll do this, they'll do that. Do you know what I mean? So like they'll control you, you won't rest, this, that, yeah.
You won't rest. Oh, that's a funny sentence.
Stupid.
Very, very stupid. Okay,
Alright.
Elia, yeah.
Okay. I have no racial preferences at all. It's all vibes, but culture is important. I would want someone that's like has some culture, or just I don't know, just someone who like knows where they come from, you know. But I want to hear Stephanie's opinion because she's very vocal from the beginning. Let's go.
There's no continue. I just personally
You've had bad experiences.
Yeah, it was jarring me. I don't think race matters as long as you're not white. I mean, if you're white and you have a culture, I mean, you don't really have one, but just bring something to the table. I don't know, like, even with my, like, this isn't exactly like a culture thing, but even how, you know, the stereotypical white people will swear at their mom or they'll run away from home, things like that. It's like, what are you doing? This is just childish. Like,
she said, dumping ground, get into it.
Try to find a black dude to run away from home, please. You could never. Like, you're just something you don't have backbone. Like, how are you 18 and you're a pussy?
Wow.
I don't know. My
Stephanie, can I ask you a question? Because
yes.
you've said you're bisexual, right? Is it harder to date a guy that's of a different race than a girl that's of a different race from yours? Like, or do you think you can kind of handle the situation the same way? Like, are there different struggles in that?
I don't know. I feel like for me, it would be easier to date a guy anyways. With girls, it's kind of like there aren't many. I'm bisexual, but I'm just gonna say gay. There's not many gay black girls or gay people from different cultures, because I guess sometimes religion gets in the way, or sometimes just culture, like being black or being, it gets in the way. So there's not a lot of gay people from different cultures. Guys, it's kind of like, okay, it's a straight relationship. I can date whoever I want or whoever I can. And then I don't know, with girls, it's kind of harder. You date whoever comes your way that you're interested in. So it's not really oh yeah, I'm gonna select a bunch of people. It's just like, there's not a lot of you. So I'll make do with what I can. But preferably I would like to date someone who's cultured, because it would just give me not something to do, but it's like, okay, I'm Nigerian now. I have my culture here. If I fuck around and date a Hispanic person, I'm not exactly gonna become Hispanic, but I can learn about your culture. We could, I don't know if I can dance bachata or something. Like, we can do something just to embrace your culture, and then you can embrace mine. Like, it would be a cute thing. Like, don't just be flavorless. Like, come on, give me something.
Flavorless.
Makes me laugh. She said, "What's it called? Bachata? Get into it.
Get into it."
Okay, interesting. Is it me now? Who is it? You? It's me. Okay. Does religion matter? And why? This is one I'm very, very curious about because I got my views, but I want to see everyone else's views. I know Malachi said it doesn't matter to him. Also, yeah, we should have understood why, but if I can, I'll try to fit in his opinion too. But yes, I'll start off because I'm speaking, might as well. Yes, religion does. I think for me, I'm not as strict on it though. So like I'm Christian, if you didn't know. But either you're a born again Christian or you're someone that's curious about learning about Christianity. Like I feel like as a Christian, it's hard to kind of just stay in that kind of straight line. So I understand if you're a bit here and there and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like we'll grow together. Do you know what I mean? But anyone who isn't a Christian, I feel like it's gonna make things harder, especially long term. Because I'm just thinking about like obviously now, like I'm not planning to have kids, but let's say when that time comes and stuff, I just don't want there to be that this awkward divide. Like my kids don't know what they identify as, I guess, when it comes to their faiths and stuff. And I think it will just, especially if you're strong in your belief too, like I don't see myself giving up Christianity because of my partner. Do you know what I mean? I really don't want to have those issues. Like I want there to just be peace. Like the long term thing is peace, whatever situation it is. And even with like blending families and stuff as well, it might be tight too. Like I just don't want conflict. Like please, I just want to be in love. I just want to be in love. So
I just want to be in love.
that's me. With religion. Yeah, just love me. I love you too. You know? Amen. Cool.
I agree. But in my case, like it's a big deal for me. A big deal. Especially because I grew up in a dual religion household. I say my dad is a Muslim, my mum is a Christian. I grew up a Muslim, then I was like, nah, Jesus is quite hard still. So I'd want, because of the basis of how, just because of the basis of my religion, I'd want you to also have the same views as me. Like we have similar morals, da da da. Just be Christian, a born again Christian. And I think you can't even be Catholic. Sorry.
Oh, Zainab,
you
please, because even like when my parents were living in the same house, like my dad's Catholic. He grew up Catholic, but he's a Christian, right? But you will still see. I know it's just very weird. I don't know what he is, but let's just say he's Christian. Cool. I'll make like a comment, and then he'll just not switch, but he'll be like, okay, but why do you say that? Do you know what I mean? Because like people say, oh, Catholic and Christianity is similar to an extent, but there are
big differences.
Yeah, but there are big differences, and sometimes that can create conflict, and that will be the case sometimes with me and my dad discussing our faith and stuff. But because I guess my parents didn't look into that when getting together, it wasn't that big of a deal. But now I guess now me being strong in my faith and then having those conversations with him, it was a bit awkward because like he has his beliefs in it. So that's that. Like him not even going to church and stuff was an issue at one point. We're going to church or just at home. Like I'm looking at you, looking at me. It's not making sense. So yeah.
What's the question again? So
how important is religion?
See with this one, I'll be real. Like it truly depends, like how you go about it. Because obviously, like me, I don't really support a religion due to like some experiences I've had personally in it with like the way it's kind of, I'd say it reassembled my family for the worst of it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just a lot. But at the same time, there are people where I've respected where they're strong about their belief, but they don't push it so hard. onto you. They just explain it to you and they tell you like why. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they let you know like this could be you, but this doesn't have to be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is like you go about it how you want to go about it. I don't like certain people where they're religious and they feel like, bro, if you're not fucking with what I'm saying, then you're like I can't deal with them people there. Do you know what I mean? Like, do your thing, but do your thing with a reason. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, your lifestyle, my lifestyle, completely different. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there needs to be some form of middle ground.
Can I ask the question? Long term wise, if your partner just happens to be like really religious, do you feel like that would be an issue with you? Because I'm guessing you're not religious like that. Would that be an issue for you?
What, them being religious?
Yeah, like do you feel like that would just be awkward because like this one is praying here,
like,
just kind of like sitting like.
No, I'll just be like, just do your thing. Like, if anything, I'm not religious, but if it makes you feel better, me doing it with you, I'd happily do it with you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to pray together, I'll pray with you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but do you know what I'm saying? Don't be too crazy. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't be like on some, like I'm gonna force you to come with me, read the Bible every night before we go to bed type shit. Like, we can't be can't do that. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's a thing where you've built morals around it, do you know what I'm saying, to better your life, and like, I guess in a sense, give out that energy without feeling like I have to be a part of it, that I can respect. You know what I'm saying?
Most religions shouldn't even force you to force you to be in that religion anyway.
I agree with JJ. I feel like I can go on my own journey and you can go on your own journey as well. And I feel like if we can respect it, I think it should be perfectly fine.
But do you not think that will cause like such a big clash, like doing separate journeys? Because ideally you're gonna, I think, because when you're in a relationship with someone, you do become one. Do you know what I mean? You do become one. Do you not think that that's going to be like a big thing? And would you avoid dating people who are religious or who are what's it called because of that then?
No, I think it's down to the person,
though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's truly.
I think
truly down.
If it really is that important to you, then this relationship is not going to work. But if it is one of those things, I can respect what you're doing and you can respect what I'm doing. I think that's really something that.
So sometimes I think some people can misinterpret religion for like a hobby, because it is a lifestyle.
Right.
Like people will like totally immerse themselves into it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
What about you, Stephanie?
I don't really care much for religion. If you are religious, good on you. If you're not, then I mean, that's on you as well. I'm technically a Catholic, but I'm not religious within myself. Some of my family is, but I don't know. We don't really do that much. I wouldn't really mind dating people of the other religion. Like, it's kind of what you guys have said. Like, you guys do your thing, I do mine. Because I'm not religious, I don't exactly like look for people who are like atheists. I guess you can call me that. But when Grace was saying the whole have a child and then there'll be the conflict, like, oh, am I in this religion or in that? I was thinking of that and the culture thing. Like, if I do end up getting someone who's a different religion or a different culture, like, how would that affect my child? Because they wouldn't really know where they belong, and this whole there's a lot of people out there who's like, oh, you're not part of this because you're half, and you're not part of this because you're half. So I don't really know. I don't know. If I wasn't having kids, I wouldn't really care. But if I was to think about having kids later on, I would, I don't know, be wary of it, but not be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna touch this category of people or not touch this category of people. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I just want my child to have the best in life. So we move.
Right.
Okay, next question.
Is it me?
No, me.
Okay.
Put your hand up if marriage is important to you.
If I could put my toes up, they will be up too. Period.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the nose. Stephanie, back to you.
I I don't really, not that I don't care, but it's like we're in 2021. It's not something that has to happen, or at least in my opinion, it doesn't have to happen. Like you can live, you can be in a relationship and you guys basically act like you're married, but you don't need to go and get the government involved and put a little paper saying, oh, me and you. No, like it's not that deep. It's fine. You guys can live together. You guys can have a life. If I think what Malachi said, if I was to have a child, then yeah, for the like legal reasons, I would rather be married. But if we're just living our lives, why do we need to go and get married? For like, it's not necessary for me. It just overcomplicates things. And then with the likelihood or like the rate at which people get divorced, like look at the older generation, half of them are broken up and they have new boyfriends or they're doing this and doing that, stepmom, stepdad. No, I'm not trying to do that. Like, just let me live my life.
What about you, JJ? You said you didn't put your hand up.
Yeah, no, like similar opinion in it. So I don't think I have to be married to really show you like, right, it's gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think when the time's right, the time's right. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we're just trying to proper, as like Stephanie said in it, if we had a kid, different story. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if it's just us, then I don't see any. I mean, if do you know what I'm saying? If she makes the move, I ain't gonna say no, 'cause that's some G shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if she proposed to me or some crazy shit, I'll be like, yeah, say that. But honestly, nah, man, don't have to. That's what you're into. That's what you're into. I'm not gonna judge you, but nah.
I want to get married at some point.
Sorry, questions for those that said no. Could you still see that in your future though? Like obviously it may not be important to you, but would you still be up for it in the future? Like if it just happens to come your way, yeah.
I plan to moonwalk down the aisle one day, fam. Are you dumb?
I'm with someone and they fuck around and propose. Okay, let's go. Where we get married? Like, what's up? I don't think I'd ever, unless I genuinely don't like you, I don't think I'd ever turn on a proposal like, you want to marry me? Okay, let's go. Like, it's not something that I strive to achieve in the future. If it comes my way, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay. Yes, Aaliyah, you were saying something. Joy.
I want to get married one day. I think marriage is it's quite a big part of what I want to do in the future. I mean, it's like my career first and then it's marriage, but I'd like to get married one day. Yeah. That's it. I just really want to get married one day. But divorce does scare me. It is a bit scary. I'm not gonna lie. Divorce
that's my thank you. Yeah, go on, Zainab.
There's no such thing as divorce. If you marry me, you're marrying me for life. You're not leaving me. There's nothing.
You're not going anywhere.
Because we both.
If you don't marry me, I will die. Please.
Marry me, or I die. Marry me, or I die.
I think the only reason
they said your death was so yeah, which one of us is dying?
I mean, before I was born again, marriage really didn't matter to me. To be fair, it was like a you know how like people nowadays have kids first and then or they just live together. But to me now, it's so important because not only is it like a declaration of your love, like you're literally saying, I choose you to be my person for life. Like I literally choose you to be my person for life. In my religion, I cannot do anything without getting married. So I must marry in this life. I must marry. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. And I don't want to date anyone who, what's it called, without the prospect, if they don't see me or if I don't see them as material for me to marry. Not material, sorry, but if I don't see them in the future for me to marry. For me, I don't waste my time, please.
Reals, don't waste my time. No. Thank you.
Okay.
You said what's marriage is scary?
No, like just the rate of divorce. Because I don't know. As a child, I've always grown up. I don't think it's like something that's been planted in my head, but I've always seen it as a thing. It's like if you marry someone, you've married someone for life. So now that you've divorced and claim to fall in love with someone else, It's like, what are you doing? I don't know. It's just it's a dodgy.
Why is it something that plays on your head though? Why do you think it's something that you think about quite a lot?
I genuinely don't know. I don't know because I don't know. At the beginning of my life, my mum was like, she wasn't married, and then she had me, and then she ended up getting married, and then they got divorced. And now it's not just my mum. Like I said, a lot of the older generation, they get divorced, and then they find new boyfriends, and you've already got kids with your previous partner. So now you're just introducing another person to their life. It's like, if you love the first person you got with and you got married, like marriage, a big thing. Like you've committed to someone, and now you're just okay. Love this man over here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think as well. That's why, not to bring religion up again, but I think it plays a big part in stuff like that. Because if your foundation and stuff like that is built on divorce isn't in question. Do you know what I mean? Like, if anything happens,
exactly.
we're literally we worked through this. I mean, when people, the only reason I think marriage is so important, or why I wouldn't just date someone and date them for the rest of my life, is because I feel like there's another level of like intimacy and hardships that comes with marriage. It's like a level you can't unlock unless you're married. That's what I have in my mind. Like, it's a different part of the game, and you do not unlock it until you get married. So I feel like it's very important, even for yourself. Like, sorry, ignore what I just said last then. I think on the basis of religion and stuff like that, if your foundation is built on we work things out together and we will work everything out, then it wouldn't be a problem, isn't it? You choose to love each other every day.
I think for me, when it comes to marriage, did I say it? I didn't, did I?
You haven't answered yet.
Okay, cool. When marriage is important to me, and I understand the trauma like people might have when it comes to marriage, because like my parents separated recently, right? But the only reason why they stayed together for so long was because of me. These times I'm saying, guys, let's just call it quits. Like, I'm Gucci. If you guys go your separate ways, like it's good. I just want you guys to find your happiness by yourselves. You know what I mean? But I think, like Zainab was saying, the foundation wasn't sturdy. It wasn't strong. So it was already built to fail. Do you know what I mean? And marriage is such an important thing, to me at least, that you need to be sure that you're going to enter into it. So don't go and enter into marriage because someone said, oh, marriage is this and that, so I have to follow trend. No, like, if you know you're someone that's not built for marriage, don't get married. Do you know what I mean? Like, do what you need to do. But for me, it's important. And also, like, legality as well. Like, I hear the whole thing of, like, being what's it called? Is it a civil partnership or something? Like, you just you stay together long term without the whole marriage part with it. But then like, I was listening to a podcast where they were doing civil partnerships versus marriage. And then people that were married was kind of explaining the whole like legal side to it. Like, oh, if something happens to your partner, they will ask, okay, who is
your next
like
of kin
or something, next of kin.
Yeah.
If you ain't married, like, you can't really do much. They're gonna go straight to that person's family. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, exactly. There's a legality to it as well, and even just the whole process of it all. It's like, like, to me, it's like, damn, you really want to spend the rest of your life with me. Like, you want to put it down on paper and say, like, this is my wife. This is my wife. Oh my God, I'm a wife, and I got a husband. But that's just me. Like,
I think it's a mature
do
decision
understand.
as well.
It's a very mature decision. Like, it's very, very mature, because I've said this before to, like, Zainab at least. I'll be content not being married. I think there's a difference of wanting to be married and, like, being content if it never comes in your life. I feel like if you strive to be married, like, you don't feel like your life is complete without being married at one point in your life, then I think that's a bit sad. I feel like if, God forbid, unfortunately, I just don't meet that person in my life, like, I'll be content single. I think there's a difference. If you're someone where it's like, oh no, I must get married at some point. I must. And and it never happens. And it affects you like mentally, like emotionally, then it's sad. I feel like that's why it's so important to take time before you even think about those steps in your life. Do you know what I mean? Like find what makes you happy alone. Like build your confidence independently. And then by God's grace, you'll find that person and then you can look into that. So that's my whole take on marriage.
Marriage is a different level of
So yeah, exactly. It's me now with the question, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this question. Also, don't be worried about time because I think this might have to be a two-parter. Is that okay with you, Aaliyah?
Yeah, that's fine. Just I don't know where you're gonna cut it, but okay.
That's fine. I'll find a way. I'll probably cut it when I'm talking now.
We're already 2 hours in.
Does age matter to you? And what limit do you have on age?
I don't like to go for people younger than me, so a case is not important.
I think there's a limit for younger boys, especially when it comes to boys. I think it's easy for boys to date younger girls, obviously, because
exactly.
Some of these younger boys like be dating older girls. Enjoy it.
And those older girls are immature. Maybe I'm joking. They're not immature. I think younger boys, especially, tend to, or even older boys, they tend to be quite
immature.
I would say unserious. Yeah, immature. There's a sense of like
unserious.
unseriousness. Yeah, like they're just going with the flow. You know, no common goal. Like whatever happens, happens. Me, I don't want whatever happens, man. So sorry.
Please, whatever happens,
really don't want that. No. Come on,
let's not do that. Please, we're just moving on
we
vibes.
Cannot live off vibes in this life. Please, every day vibes. Like I get it. I think the limit for me is someone who's 21, and then the oldest is probably someone who's 25.
Oh, so you will go with someone your age, but you wouldn't go younger. Okay.
Younger, man. Okay, younger in a sense where in a month you're going to be 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're just about 18, cool. If you're like, I'm turning 18 and next year in the 2 years, no. Please.
If you're turning,
turning 18, don't talk to me. If you are not, don't talk. Turning 18, me, my guy. Just get out of here, man.
My younger limit is August 2002. That's my younger limit. Because at least we're in the same year group.
Wow, like
2002.
2002.
Aaliyah, you're really in 2002. I'm so sad. 2. Who told you to go and put an extra 2?
Put the 2 in the beginning and in the front.
Right.
For older, well, I'm like 18 now, so I'm 21.
Okay.
Come on, 3 years. All right.
Yeah. I feel like once I get older, it will grow out a bit, but I'm 18 now, so 21 is, that's it.
Okay. Do you honestly feel like you can handle a 21-year-old?
Right now.
A 21-year-old boy is very mature.
I'm too mature for a 21-year-old.
Period.
Wow. Period. Yes.
I feel like because I'm 18, 19, I feel like I feel like cuffing someone, the oldest would be like 21, I guess, 21, 22. But I feel like if we're just, I don't know how this is going to come out, but if we're just doing our thing, then 23, fair enough, 23, 24, but I won't go any higher than that.
Really?
Okay. What about you, JJ?
It's so weird. Like, I wouldn't go, like, obviously, like, I'm not getting stupid young. Like, that's weird. But a year, 2 years is like the max. 3 years is a stretch. Do you know what I mean? Like,
how old are you, by the way? Sorry?
I'm 19. 19, turning 20. So I'm kind of like, honestly, as I get older, then the numbers get higher anyway. It's like, since I turned 20, the youngest I'm dating is like 19, 18. That's it. Oldest is like 23. Since I turned 21, 19.
Oh, you go for a 23-year-old. You like an older woman? All right. Wow. All
Older
you
woman.
23-year-olds, if you're listening. Okay.
One thing to mention as well is for men in society, we're not slandering men here, but it's their value doesn't depreciate because they're not married at a certain age as well. So if a man is like 30 or like 35 and he's not married, no one's gonna think, oh, he's not wanted, he's just doing his thing, he's a bachelor, that's the word. Bachelor, he's an eligible bachelor, that's what it says. But for girls, it's like your value goes down the older you get and the more you stay single, basically. So I guess that's why older men tend to go for younger women and younger women tend to go for older men. Because older men are more like what's it called? Accomplished, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're meant to think, but these times they're more immature than you, unfortunately.
As
It's
in,
sad.
I could never see myself right now dating someone in secondary school. It's just wrong to me. Like,
I didn't even think secondary school was in the equation. Girl, we're in uni.
My friend, my friend, her ex is 4 years younger than her. As in, she's 18 and her ex is 4 years younger than her.
oh, that's illegal.
Process.
14.
Thank you. That's illegal.
Yes, 14, 15. He's in year 10. As in, right now he's in year 10.
Call the police.
Police! Help!
But can you believe one of the teachers in our secondary school had the nerve to be like, oh yeah, it's fine. By the time you guys are like in your 30s, it's only going to be a 4 year difference. But it's like,
but you're not.
But thank you. You're not.
Like,
You have your priorities, and that person's priorities are different. You're not going to relate to someone that's currently going through GCSEs. You haven't even touched GCSEs yet. You're 14, and my guy's about to touch uni. Please.
My brother's 14. That's disgusting.
My brother's 14.
Everyone was just like, it's fine. You guys will work it out. You guys will work it out in the long run. I'm just like, this is predatory.
That's I'm so sorry if you find it okay to date like that. That's nice.
You need to ask. I know she's your friend,
but you need to just
your friend.
No, I definitely told her they're not dating anymore. I definitely told her. I was one of the only people who told her this is just wrong.
Oh,
like, ask yourself as well.
She wanted to put it like, oh yeah, I'm in love with him.
Dating you.
She wanted to be like, oh yeah, it's fine because I'm not fucking him. I'm like, it doesn't matter whether or not you're fucking him. He's a child. Like,
language, please. Thank you.
Grace knows how much I feel about when young people say they're in love. It gets me so angry.
You're not in love.
It gets me so angry.
That's hormones.
Small age. You're 15.
At your small age, what do you know about love?
Love.
Please.
Get out of here, man.
I can understand heartbreak and all that stuff.
You can't. You don't know nothing.
Love is a word that's overused in this generation.
Well, 100%.
We've one of these TikTok couples, 15, doing up. I love him. I'm thinking, Gonna
be together forever. In year 9, like, please.
Okay. The only place you guys are meeting is in school.
You're not even allowed to go to the person's house.
Honestly, like
your mommy will catch you. Please.
Your mom, dad, or your boyfriend. What are you going to do? Girlfriend, care.
Yeah.
I remember when I drew a heart on my arm.
You got those 6 hours in school.
I lied, and I was like, it was a boy. And mom was like, boy. Hey. Boy. I said, no, it was a heart. She's like, boy. Right. I was like, okay. Yeah, not for me.
I understand having crushes and stuff in secondary school and whatever, but like in question then, cool, because I'll say my one afterwards. But then, what age do you think is appropriate to like really start like dating? Obviously, you have your small, if you want, not me, but you start having your small boyfriends in secondary school, whatever, or girlfriends. But then, what age do you think it makes sense to really start being like committed to relationships? I'll say mine, 18, or when you start college at least.
Committed to a
maybe
relationship.
not start college, not committed, but like
you can
like properly chatting to someone like 18. Yeah, 18. That's just me.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe 20, 21. But that's finish school. Do your.
She said finish school.
Really?
No, finish. Okay, no. It depends on like different people, different circumstances. But like, think about you first. I promise you, this is your time to shine. Just think about you and
It's
your
true.
learn. This one, you be in uni, you're thinking, I need to, I go over to, I was gonna say JJ. I need to go over to TJ's house to go and do like you need to, what's it called? Do you first, and then when things are calmed down a bit, life is a bit, jiggy jagger. You can say, okay, maybe possibility, but I understand that people in different situations, obviously. And to be fair, whenever you feel ready, but just know
I
when
I
feel
you feel
feel
like
ready,
like
you might be like
there's
yourself.
there's no cap like really in truly like I think 18 is a good age to like start dating, but like there are people that would generally like let's say they'd be like, oh yeah, like she was 11, I was 10, and we're still going out now, and they're like in their big 30s and shit, or they're like 15, he's like 15, she's like 14, I don't know, and they're still going till like their 20s. You know what I mean? Like you never know really like when it's the right time for you. You get me? Obviously, don't be on some crazy thing like you're 12 dating some 8-year-old. I'll slap you. But definitely like within reason, innit? Like if you're at some crazy age and you know like cool, this person's not leaving. Do you know what I mean? I have an uncle or auntie that been going out since like high school, which to you guys is like college. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, their stories are like so cute,
High
and if
school
it
sweethearts,
does
yeah,
end
they
up
are.
that way, if they end up that way, that's incredible. But like realistically, yeah, 18 is a good place to start really like thinking about dating around, just like meeting new people and that kind of.
I
think dating before 17, 18. Okay. I think dating before that age.
Everyone wants their first year of uni. Like
I'm thinking it's too close to college, uni. It's too close.
Like maybe
I don't want to date in like.
I'm
do you know what I mean? Like
your.
I'm thinking 18 going into uni, not 18 in college, because
Yeah.
college
So
I'm seeing you on the corridors.
It's literally a week apart. September, one weekend. What's it called? August, one weekend.
Even
September.
still, I feel like 19 onwards is calm because first year of uni, you want to kind of do your thing. You're not going to move mad. You kind of want to do your thing and not think like, oh, is my boyfriend or girlfriend going to feel any type of way about it?
And then you miss out on a lot.
Added pressure, please. Let me live my best life.
Just finish your school. Please finish your school.
Finish your school first.
Go to school. Finish your school. And then you start to distract. Because it's such a distraction, that's the thing. Like if you're just going into uni, now you're thinking about, and the thing is, believe it or not, it's not going to be a small part of life. You want to date someone, you want them to be with you around. Do you know what I mean? You're getting to know them. We have to figure that it's not just going to be like a little bit of your life. That's a big part now. That's now a big part, and then big distraction. You're not concentrating in school. This, that. You can't face your book.
One of my first year classmates has a child.
That's a common thing when living in London. I'm not even surprised.
Yeah.
The gets. I think dating before 18 as well. Like if you're doing it, calm, but you grow to fall in love. You're not in love by then. Let me tell you that now.
100%.
By you will get older, and
do you
then
love
you'll
yourself?
start to realize. Do you know? Do you love? Do you know how many of us around that age we didn't love ourselves? So where did you find the energy to start falling in love with someone at that age? You don't love yourself back then. You know?
Not really love them.
You can
with factuation. Yeah.
Thank you.
How can you love someone else if you can't even love yourself?
It's actually very
very sad.
A lot of people don't understand it until they're in that situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question.
Yes.
Okay. Do they have to have common interests with you?
No.
No. I think, you know what? I agree with JJ. I don't think it doesn't like career-wise or like just like passion-wise, I don't think it matters at all. Because
I'll be very real. I'd asked this question before, I can't lie. I'd asked a lot of people this question before. A lot of people give some mad answers.
Like what?
Like for example, someone said like, nah, like they have to love what I'm doing. But I'm like, do they have to though? Like, do they really, really have to? Like in their soul, like deep to the core, but like have to? They're like, yeah, fam. I was like, wow, that's mad. To me, that's mad. I find that mad because like, I think if she don't fuck with what I'm doing, like she don't like it, she don't have to. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I like what I'm doing. That's all that matters. Do you know what I'm saying? But if she loves,
but yeah, I think that's
demotivating. Like they can't change one, they don't like it, and they don't have interest. That will piss me off.
That'll piss me off. I'm not gonna lie.
It depends on your definition of support, though. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but on your craft, like imagine you as a creative, they don't like the creative field. Oh, come on.
But I just think,
yeah.
And they're not interested in it, at least, or they don't want to show interest.
Like a lack of respect.
I don't care. Yeah, like you.
But I just
it
depends.
I think that's where you find out.
It depends on the person, though. I'm saying like if they was like to me, oh yeah, like I've seen what you do. I'll be real, like I respect it, but I'm just not with it. I'll be like, you know what, cool. But if like them ones there, like I don't know, let's say I lose a battle and it really like piss me off. Do you know what I'm saying? But if she's willing to hold me, to me like, you know what, get him next time, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. I'm cool with that. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though I know she don't, but she's got me. Do you know what I'm saying? She's got me, my head. You know what I'm saying? To me, at the end of the day, like that's what matters more. Do you know what I'm saying?
Have you been in a situation with someone that has never liked your doesn't have to,
just wasn't interested in your interest.
Be in your craft, but has just never liked your craft at all? Have you ever been in that situation?
Yeah.
Like this did have a dislike for it, like you're saying, for your craft?
I would say not in a relationship, but a friendship. Not in a relationship.
Okay, friendship is fine, but obviously, like, if no relationship, because to me, I just don't see it being realistic.
Kind of, only because like it was them ones there. I like it was at this point I started really transitioning from like, because I used to use skateboarding as well, innit? I was very, very good at it, and then I transitioned back into dance. So when I was starting to do dance, I noticed that she was, I guess in the way she did it, I don't fuck with. But at the end of the day, I was also like to her, and I remember I said, yo, like, just let me know in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't do the thing where you're gonna distance off because like now me and you are not in the same road. You know what I mean? At least let me know, like, if you don't fuck with it, let's come to a middle ground. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool, but just communicate. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That was my only issue. But in the end, I knew that really I didn't really ever have like a problem. I just think like you're your own person. You're entitled to what do you want to do. As long as you've got me in the end and you'll back me through my battles and help me like stay on my pedestal, I have nothing to complain about. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I think like I don't think I'd always want someone like, consistently asking me like all the time, like, right, how was the performance? As you do, so what's this, what's that? It's like I can't deal with I'm around enough people doing that. You get what I'm saying? Like the last thing I want to do is like we're going out. I want to talk about how that's stupid. Like
why when that one person asking you, it would be like nice. You know, the one person that matters, the one ask that actually matters. Like how was it?
Yeah, like it's nice at times, but like I'm thinking like more so. I know it can become a common thing, innit? Because it's not just like I see this like through the friendship as well, because it can like if we're friends first, then it's gonna low key transcend into the relationship.
Can I ask then, won't it be a big compromise for you now to have to date someone who's not interested in your craft?
No, it's just like I said it, like as long as you got me, I'm cool. You get me? Like, as long as you got me, like you don't have to be so in there like that. You get me? If she says to me one day like, yo, do you know what? I'm actually gonna try. I'll be like, cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Because at least I know like she's understood that like at the end of the day, I don't care. Like if you choose to make an effort, that's good on you. Do you know what I'm saying? I respect that. But if you don't want to, that's you as a person. That's the choice I've made to go out with you.
Yeah, I hear that. I'll say for me, you better be all about me. Better be all about my interests as well. You don't have to have the same interest, but like we're not gonna have the same interest. Like I said before, I'm not gonna date myself. But like, we need to say you do not like what I like.
What I do. I mean, that's mad
you
to
don't
me.
Like it. Like that's so disrespectful. Like if you cared for me enough, you'd be like, you know what? Or like you care for my feelings, you wouldn't even say that. If you don't like it, better keep it to yourself.
Right, because I could never tell someone I don't like what you do.
Girls, regardless. Yeah, your laptop charger, please. Ramsey, I'm using it right now.
Do you think it would be different if you were in a different crop? Because me, I don't really care if you don't have the same interests as me, but because we're in the creative like industry per se,
yeah,
being
I'm not.
it's just like a way. I guess. But being creative is just like a way of expressing ourselves, especially in this day and age. So for you to not like that, it's kind of like, so what do you? But like, if say you were doing like, I don't know, a psychology degree, not even psychology, like say you would study geography at uni, like would you be upset if your partner wasn't interested in
whatever the craft is? Do not come and tell me I don't like what you do. That's
because
then there's no point
like
of
passion.
this moving forward, because you're watching me grow, but at the back of your mind, it's like, I don't like that she does this. That's mad. What?
Because
I could never be like sitting there comfortably. I'm thinking, oh my god, like he's doing it again.
It will never work out. Oh my gosh, I can't believe she's talking about this. Why are you talking about that? Like,
I think having a deep dislike is different from just having like no interest in it. I think because I'm getting into fashion, and let's take my course for example. There are more boys on my course than there are black girls on my course. So, like the majority of my course is just like white girls. So in the fashion industry as a whole, it's like mainly women. So I wouldn't be too shocked if the guy that I go out with is like not a big fashion head, or they're not interested unless it's YouTube Versace do or whatever. But I think it's a thing of having an open mind and being open to
respectful,
or discuss and talk about each other's careers. That's it. I don't want someone who's in fashion. I'd love someone who's in somewhere else so I can like learn about something else. But even when it comes to like little interests, like I like K-dramas, I would just like someone who's have an open mind to maybe watch one with me, or let me rant to you. You know, it's about having an open mind.
So if there was a common interest, like one thing, you'll be like, it'll be so cool if we could both have a love for this. What would it be? Just like one, it could be a small thing, big thing. What would it be? Because for me, it's anime. I've said it so many times.
I was gonna say anime.
It has to be anime.
Because I love anime. I can't be. Imagine him saying, "Oh, I hate anime. Why do you watch anime? It's so mature." I say, "You can get out."
And be open to dub and sub, not just sub. If you're just strict on sub and you're very ignorant, please, we're still watching the same show.
If you're only for dub, then it just makes you ignorant. There you go.
Well, Zainab, we have to disagree.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Getting a guy to like a K-drama, or even finding one that likes K-drama before I meet them, that's a bit mad. That will never happen. But if they like anime, I will be 100% glad to watch anime with them if they watch a drama with me. I just need someone who's open-minded to do.
Yeah, 100%. Do you think interest matters?
Dramas ain't just lovey-dovey, you know? There's proper action in them. It's just you need to go over the subtitles.
And let's just have something to do together. Like no matter what it is, like let's just do something.
I personally don't like ice skating, but IBK,
really,
a close friend of ours, she loves ice skating. Like she loves ice skating, and because she loves it, of course I'm gonna go. Of course, no question to ask. Like, let's go. You wanna go? Anything.
Because you're open-minded to it.
Yeah, like let's do it. At the end of the day, you look at you having fun. Look at you enjoying. Like I'll just watching you happy will make me very happy. So yeah,
You have to
I think common interest is a big deal.
A little bit for someone.
Yeah, I think common interest as well. There's like a magnitude of the interest. There's like interest career-wise, passions and stuff like that. And there's like the little interest, like the little hobbies, like oh he plays football, or he I don't know, he sews, he knits. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's stuff like that. Like I'm all about you. I'll be there for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You're interested. I care. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually all the questions. This has been a long episode.
A very long episode.
Okay, final thing. Song of the week.
Wait, hold on. Quick question. The Google forum, there were 2 questions. Was the other question
what's your
answered?
worst date?
What's your
Did
worst
anyone
date?
say anything?
Yes.
I've never heard
Do you
of
want
that.
me-
What's
okay,
your-
let me
Those
give.
out before.
All right. Give me a second. Okay,
Yeah,
worst
judge.
date.
We're here to judge and criticize. Yes.
Alright then. All right. He was so high. We went to the cinema. He fell asleep on my shoulder, and we went to eat. He lied and told me he could speak French. Literally throughout the whole meal, he was fake speaking French. I wanted to disappear.
Lord have mercy. I've never heard anything so embarrassing in my life.
In my
Honestly.
life.
Spectacular! Wow.
He speaks French.
You speak French? Yeah. Oui, bonjour. Like, it's-
He was faking. Comment tu t'appelles la Lou? Can you imagine? No. What does Grace say? I will evaporate.
I will evaporate.
I will evaporate. No way.
You slept on my shoulder. The way I would just nudge you off my shoulder. Are you
No,
serious?
talk
fell
about-
asleep at the
Oh,
movie.
he's high. He's high.
When a guy,
My friend-
okay, this is the next one. When a guy said, "Ew, that's gross," while I was eating because I had some sauce around their mouth, around my mouth.
Oh
That's
no!
evil.
No, people
That's
do
so bad,
better.
man.
Nah,
That's
but-
me. But
But
do
see
better.
with that, yeah, you
Nah.
can make that into a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know
Yeah,
what I
just
mean?
throwing a quick.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, so is
Yeah,
your
but
mum.
people are, like, if it's like a first date, people are sensitive.
Oh, cry.
No, you have to come up with a quick comeback. Like, yeah, so is your mum, and then keep it stepping.
Trust
Like,
me,
I
man.
don't know where we go
Okay,
from
that's a
here.
bit extreme, but I hear what JJ's saying. You can make a joke out of it.
No, you can't. Because you're
Oh.
unhygienic.
It depends on the comfort level of those two, because if it's like a first date, then it's like,
True.
I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Where do you know me from? It's true.
Exactly.
Real.
But then again,
oh,
I feel
okay.
like them kind of moments there brings out the person, innit? Like, you
Mm.
know what I mean? You
Yeah,
can really
true.
see a person how they react in certain situations.
True.
If they react this way in this small situation, imagine a bigger situation.
I'll cry.
Okay, fair.
Cry then. Give me a river.
Right.
Give me
August
Very
15th. Worst date. August 15th, when I got my A-level results, because sadly that's the only action I get.
Ah,
It's the fact that I know who this is.
It wasn't me.
My choice.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But this one, I was screaming. I paid for a group date because his friends came and didn't have enough money.
And I know who this is too. This
you
is
paid
just
for the group.
funny.
Who is it? Who
I
is
can't
it?
say. Out of respectful anonymous,
Please
I will not
type
say.
Okay.
Bleep it out.
Yeah, I can't lie. I wouldn't draw man out. So hello. That's harsh.
As in, you
My
paid for
God.
a group of people. It could never be me. It could never be me.
Are we friends?
Am I dating you?
Why
Am I
not?
dating you? Make it make sense, please.
I'm so
Like we were
shocked.
saying before, what not at an age where we're financially stable. Where is this money coming from? My piggy
This is how
bank.
people going into
No, but then
overdraft.
why are you dating? Why are you going out to eat?
True.
Stay in your house and make rice.
Like if you knew like you did, unless you're gonna sit there to vibe in it. If you got like no one
Yeah, then go to Starbucks, innit? Go
Yeah,
Starbucks.
like do you get what I'm saying?
go
Go
for a
to
meal.
that thing, but a whole
Yeah.
restaurant. That's
No.
Like I said, I pay for your friends.
Ah,
Are you crazy?
Are you not embarrassed?
You did
Please
crazy.
do not run me my money.
you want me to pay for you and your brethren? No, I could never run still.
I think that was a setup. I'm sorry to this person, but I think he was set up.
Yeah, it had
I
to
think
have been.
They said I know I don't have money, so let me bring my homies, and you're gonna pay for a day, whether you like it or not.
Wow, they said we're starving, we can't cook. So let's go and
We
exploit
can't
one girl.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, the rest of them was I haven't been on a date. So
Wow.
Why did you even answer? Next time, don't answer. You could have
Next
submitted
time, don't
without
answer. Don't waste our time, please.
okay.
But quick question before we do something really quickly, because I wanted to ask before, but I forgot. If you're not financially stable, like if you're broke, do you have the right to date someone? Like to want to be in a relationship?
Do you have the right? Come
Do
on.
you
Like,
have the
everyone's
right?
broke.
If you're broke, as you can't pay for anything. Do you have the right to be in a relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah, you better love
I
me before this
think-
money.
Not at this age, but if you're like older, like let's say you're in your 30s,
from
going into your 30s,
older.
Oh, then no, you have no
the
right to date.
Wait,
I'm old now.
I think, hold on, with the intention, it becomes different, innit? If your intention is to marry
Yeah.
that person and you have no funds at all, come on now.
Mm.
Come on now. But I
You
think at
can
this
make
age
a-
where we're really looking at each other in our park, cold. Like, we're just going for walks every day. I understand.
I don't think so.
I think
like
it's very dangerous as well, especially for certain people, because you got like entrepreneurs and stuff like that, where money does not come regularly like that. So you can't just say no. You can't. You don't have the right today because you're broke. Because come on, it's a bit rude. Not gonna lie. We were all broke at one point.
Real.
But I think, oh my god, I think it depends what type of dating you're going to eat. You're going.
But there's no money to eat.
Parks.
Yeah, but there's
What
ways
we
to
do.
date without spending money.
And then you can't even say,
if you
I'll
break
cook
up
for you
with
at
someone
home.
because they're broke.
Yes.
Zainab, I hate you.
No, okay. Let me
Zainab,
rephrase
say,
it.
I want you to say how it is because we talk, yeah? Say how it is.
We chatting.
Because when I say this girl, yeah, she's up. She's going to continue being up. So
No,
continue.
it's not even that. It's just like, we're living different lifestyles at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to date you. I wouldn't even, I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't even bat an eyelid. Because for me and you, we're not the same. Like, what can I, like, what can you stand for? Like, you're nice, you're amazing, you're great, but
you're broke.
You don't have money? You don't have money? And it's not even a shallow thing. Because if you don't have money for you, what are you doing? Like, you can't buy yourself pants. You're asking your mom.
£3 meal deal you can't even afford.
You can't buy yourself pants. Is that what you're saying?
Like, I understand certain people's situations. But kind of like, how long are you going to stay in this situation for? If you're a student, cool. But I'm not dating students. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not really dating anyone.
No, I'm not dating students.
Yeah, I'm a good woman.
I'm big girl now, but I get it. I cannot. You're broke. I would even. I'm blind. I can't see that one. So sorry. That's you.
Okay.
Thank you guys for answering all these questions. We're gonna start wrapping things up with our song of the week. Who should we start off first, Leo?
Yeah,
and then we
start.
get the guest. Do you want to go first? Or
I'll go first. In the spirit of Valentine, I'm gonna do like a love song. So my song of the week is "Like I Want You," Giveon, because it's so cute. Right? It's just like so chill and calm, and it's like I like you. Yeah.
He's got a wonderful voice.
Grace, your turn.
I was gonna pick that song. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I have to think about a song still.
I have a backup song if you want it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I thought Grace was even gonna say Maria. But...
Shut up! You're so annoying.
We've already had that.
Grace was really teaching us yesterday, Maria. I think
in the kitchen, turns out everything out. Rubbish.
On the floor.
Okay, do you know what? Yeah, I think my song of the week is by an artist, a Nigerian artist. If you know your old school Nigerian music, then you definitely know these artists. By P Square. It's called, how do I pronounce it? Ifunyanya?
I love that song. That's my sister's middle name. I love that song.
Oh, is it?
Wedding.
Is it My Love, or is it All Because of Love? Like love,
you're
right?
You're the Igbo one. You're really the Igbo one. So you figure that one out. How about that?
You see
this, so wait, so what? So do you have 2 songs of the week or one?
No, it's literally just a song. It's basically, because you talked about love, I might as well do a love song. It's it's an English song, but they're by Igbo artists, and it basically says, "Oh, like I will do anything for you because of my love for you." That's basically
beautiful song.
That's just my song.
The music video.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'll do another song of the week, actually. This song is going to be played at my wedding, by the way. Can You Stand the Rain by New Edition. If that's not at my wedding, then let's just lock it off. Let's just leave it there. That doesn't even exist. Imaginary. Yeah, that's my 2 songs of the week. Cool.
Beautiful.
Next, who wants to go first with their songs of the week? Special guest.
Who's got the song of the week?
I've got a song of the week. I've been listening to a lot of j.cole recently.
Nice.
And 2 songs that I will never skip are Role Models and Workout by j.cole. Beautiful, beautiful bangers. I want to totally immerse myself into that man.
Jesus
and his
Christ.
music. And no, into his music.
Nice.
Yeah, wonderful.
Okay. Stephanie, do you have a song of the week?
I feel I've got a few, but I'll just pick one. It's called "Believe It" by Party Next Door featuring Rihanna.
Get into it.
Yeah.
Let's believe it. Yeah.
Not everyone's starting to sing that song.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
It really is.
All right. Yeah.
That was the song.
That was really fun.
Last but not least, JJ, what's your song of the week?
Lick Bassy and this song called Woni. Lick Bassy's like this guy. I've been dancing to his music since like last year, and I did a short film in Kent a couple months ago. And obviously, like when we came back, we started doing a whole bunch of tapes. And obviously, like one of the tapes I did on his song, and he and I didn't know like till I think 2 days later, he commented on the video and like just showed mad love and support.
Wow.
I was like this guy's from Cameroon, I think. So that's really sweet, like French and stuff up there. But yeah, like that song there that he made, it's like probably the best song I've heard.
Wow.
Like it's like the layers of the track and then the mixture of like I think he's got like samba inspired like style, and it's just lit. So
all right.
So if you've forgotten, my name's Aaliyah.
My name is Grace. Do the guests quickly want to say their names before we dip?
My name is Zainab.
I'm Stephanie.
Jade and that.
All right.
And we have been